London is a common stop on most backpacking trips, European vacations, or 2-week holidays. Everyone wants to come to London. People are drawn to it by images of pubs, museums, history, attractions, theatre, and diverse culture. I mean, it's London. It's a big name. How can you not go, right? I love visiting London. I've been visiting since 2008 and, with every subsequent visit, the city has grown on me. The more I go, the more wonder I see. There's always something new to do here. The only problem with London is that it's very expensive. It can eat away at your budget if you aren't careful. Luckily, there are tons of free or cheap things to do in London that can fill your time. This London travel guide will help you get the most out of your visit on a budget. Hello everyone. Welcome to Around the World channel. We are making a complete video on London travel guide, so before starting this video, please like this video, and subscribe to Around the World channel for future updates. Let's start this London travel guide video. Number 1. Go museum hopping. London has more museums than you could see in one visit, and many of them are free. From the Tate to the City Museum to the National Gallery to the Historical Museum, you'll be able to spend days here without spending a penny. At the Natural History Museum, you'll find over 80 million items, including specimens collected by Charles Darwin. It also has a great collection of fossils, making it a fun and educational stop if you're traveling with kids. The Victoria and Albert Museum, named after Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, is another favorite of mine. It's home to over 2,000 works of art covering over 3,000 years of human history. Number 2. Grab some food in the market with more food stalls than you can imagine. Borough Market has something for every eater. It is home to some of the best British and international produce and dishes. Come here hungry and leave satisfied. Already ate? Nibble the free samples being given out at most stalls. Open for lunch Mondays and Tuesdays, all day Wednesday, Saturdays, and closed on Sundays. The crowds are terrible on Saturdays, but if that's the only day you can fit it in, I'd go anyway. London is known for its famous theatre scene. Attend a show while you're here and see some of the shows that make London famous. Tickets can be pretty cheap, and something is playing every night. Check out TKTS for discounted tickets for shows in the West End. Otherwise, catch a Shakespeare show at the Globe in South London. Tickets start from £7, $10 USD. Number 4. Stroll along Brick Lane on Sunday. This little street and the car park becomes a great place for cheap food. You can get a wide variety of food here, spend the day at the outdoor market, or have some great local curry. It's a popular place with the locals and has some of the best food in London. This street is also a great place to bring a camera, as its walls are basically a gallery for London's best graffiti artists. Number 5. Ride the London Eye. The London Eye is basically a 500 feet tall Ferris wheel, and it has become the most popular paid-for UK visitor attraction. It's across the street from Parliament and gives you great views of London, especially on a clear day. But honestly, for £27, $35 USD, you are better off spending that money on other attractions. Number 6. Visit the London Dungeon. The London Dungeon calls itself the world's most chillingly famous horror attraction. It covers 2,000 years of London's gruesome history and is a morbid but interesting museum to see about England's past. Although you'll learn about popular torture methods in Old England, to be honest, this place has turned into more of an amusement park type attraction. But if you like things like escape rooms and scary boat rides, you'll enjoy it. Ticket prices start from £24, $31 USD. Number 7. See St. Paul's. Cathedral. St. Paul's is a striking cathedral with a world-famous dome. Inside you'll find glittering mosaics and elaborate stone carvings. You can also climb to the Whispering Gallery, or higher still to the Stone Gallery, or Golden Gallery for panoramic views over surrounding London. Admission is £24, $31 USD when you buy online, which is cheaper than the London Eye and with similarly breathtaking views. Number 8. Explore Covent Garden is a fun place to just hang out, with lots of quirky stalls, busking musicians, an artsy market, and a selection of unusual pubs and coffee shops. Covent Garden is also walking distance to all the big musicals, so it is a great place to spend a few hours before catching a show. Also, visit Covent Garden Market. It was opened in the 1830s, and is another good market to grab a bite to eat at, as well as shop at some of the artisan craft stalls here. It's open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Number 9. Go to Shakespeare's Globe, an integral part of England's history. The Globe Theatre is a must-see for lovers of Shakespeare. The performances here are considered to be a near-perfect replica of Elizabethan staging practices. You can even sit in front where the groundlings did, for shouting and heckling. The theatre is open-roofed, so bundle up in the winter. Tickets start from £7, $9 USD. Number 10. Explore Camden Market. This place is home to 1,000 plus shops, stalls, cafes, restaurants, bars, buskers, and everything in between. It's enormously popular and busiest on the weekends, particularly Sunday, drawing crowds all the way from Camden Town. Camden Market is actually composed of many separate markets, so you can literally wander for hours and not see it all. London travel costs. Hostel prices. During peak season, you can find dorm rooms with 10 or more beds for about £15, $20 USD per night no matter where you are in the city. Rooms with 4 to 8 beds cost from about £25, $32 USD per night. Off-season, prices tend to be about £14, $18 USD per night for the larger dorms, and about £21, $27 USD per night for dorms with 4 to 8 beds. A basic twin private room with a shared bathroom for 2 people costs about £77, $100 USD per night in peak season. In the off-season, prices are about the same. Budget hotel prices. Nightly rates for a budget 2-star hotel room with a private en-suite bathroom start at about £70, $90 USD in peak season. In the off-season, budget rooms start from about £54, $70 USD. There are lots of Airbnb options in London. A shared room, like a bed in a dorm, averages about £15, $20 USD per night, while a private room is about £46, $60 USD per night. A full apartment averages about £138, $180 USD per night. Food. You can eat cheap in London if you stick to street eats, and food vendors, plus many of the hostels have free breakfast. You can find fish and chips or a kebab for about £5, $6.50 USD each. Indian and Asian food can be purchased for between £6 minus $10, $8 to $13 United States dollars for lunch entrees. You can buy pizza, burritos, and sandwiches for between £5 minus $9, $6.50 to $12 United States dollars. A McMeal is about £5, $6.50 USD. For a mid-range meal at a pub or restaurant, you can expect to pay between £12 minus $16 to $21 United States dollars for a main course like pasta or a vegetarian meal. Fish or meat will cost slightly higher at about £18, $23 USD per dish. A pint of beer can cost up to £6, $8 USD. You can find tons of high-end dining in London, but be prepared to spend a lot. Expect to pay at least £70, $91 USD, for a 3-course menu. A glass of wine is from £6, $8 USD. A week's worth of basic groceries, fruits, veggies, pasta, chicken, sandwich stuff will cost around £45, $58.50 USD. The best places to buy cheap groceries are Lidl, Aldi, and Sainsbury's. London Travel Guide. Money-saving tips. London is one of the most expensive cities in the world. But, thanks to free museums, cheap pubs, and hostels, there's a lot of ways to cut your costs and save money here. You can fill your day with a lot of activities and never spend a pence. Here are my top ways to save money when you visit London. Visit all the free museums. Most of the museums in London are free. The Museum of London, the British History Museum, the Natural History Museum, and the Science Museum are all great. Get your fill of British history without spending a pence. The National Gallery and the Tate Modern are also free and are some of my favorites. Buy an Oyster card. This prepaid card can save you about 50% on each metro. If you plan on using the tube a lot, get this card. If you leave and have extra on the card, they will also refund the balance. People watch at the markets. Sunday is market day in London. There's the Camden Market, the Portobello Market, the Flower Market, and a million more options. People watch, get great photos, and enjoy local London life without spending a dime. Watch the changing of the guards. The changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace is at 11:30 a.m., and the Horse Guards at Whitehall change at 11 a.m. These are both free and interesting to watch as you take in true British flair. Just walk and explore. London is a huge city, and there are beautiful historic buildings all around. I walked for 4 hours, and barely made a dent on the route I was going to take, hence the need to get the Oyster card. However, once you walk and get out of the tourist area around the Thames, you'll get to see London the way the locals do. You can pick up free maps of showing walking routes around the capital from any of London's tourist information shops. Last-minute theatre tickets. You can get last-minute tickets to the theatre from the official booth in Leicester Square. Availability varies every day, so be sure to get there early. Attend small theatre performances. London is famous for their theatrics. If you don't want to shell out a lot of money to see The Lion King or Les Miserables, check out smaller shows and comedy nights at theatres like Leicester Square Theatre, where prices can start at about £10, $13 USD. Skip the cabs. Taxis are incredibly expensive in London, and will eat into your budget just by taking them once. I stayed out past when the tube closed one night and the taxi to my hotel was £31, $40 USD. If you start taking taxis everywhere, you'll end up spending hundreds of dollars per day, so keep this in mind. What do you think of our list? Which part of the video you like the most? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.